welcome back after an extended break to session 26. Jesus. I'm Omega Party. You have Feed Moon, Toldnog, and Beta Annihilator. Feed, would you like to give us a quick recap?
You didn't even do the character names this time. This is
Mate, if they've stuck with us this long, they must know.
That's not on. So, recap, right? Last session, Randall did a little bit of shopping for a fancy new crossbow.
Wow.
Meanwhile,
interesting.
Hybris and Anne's River were independently of each other, missing an ear for the elf and a finger for the human. It was quite bad. They weren't bleeding out, luckily, but they did need to get them reattached. They needed their wounds looked at so they didn't get infected. So we went to the best possible place that Tiberius could think of in this town, the brothel, because of course, you'll never get infected there. But
your wounds won't.
It's the cleanest place around. So we went in there. Tiberius had a rapport with the woman in there due to many escapades in his younger days. And she quickly started getting it sorted out, getting the wound looked at, trying to figure out who was best. One of the other workers at this brothel was slightly trained in medicine, so she got her to have a look at it. She couldn't really do any of the sewing back on, not really herself.
Oh,
but she
did
did
well.
look at well, no, because we went and got Rachel.
She did stitch up Tiberius's leg.
That's true. She did stitch up Tiberius's leg.
Managed to help him there.
But then we had the idea for Sir Steve to go get Rachel while these two stayed in the brothel. And Sir Steve was dressed up as a sexy farmer by the elf who decided on what costume he'd wear. Sexy guard was sadly not chosen. It would have been great. But Sir Steve went and got Rachel. Explained to Rachel and Jimmy what's going on, left Jimmy behind on the Golden Carp to hold down the fort while Rachel came back to look at these two. After explaining the situation to her, she got there, she took command of the situation, very surprisingly, and managed to not only sew back on the finger and the ear, but did it so successfully that both parts may actually be useful again. The finger, perhaps in a few months, but the ear will be useful very soon, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, the ear itself wasn't damaged, so it's just the pinner part of it is just reattached. Once the blood's removed from the area, basically.
Do we get to roll for cauliflower ears?
On an elf, that would be horrible.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a badass elf.
He'd be so recognizable. He'd be the worst spy.
It just looked like he's just wearing headphones constantly.
It's only gonna be one.
You'd have to grow his hair and put it down onto one side.
You'd have to get both of them, the other one done so symmetrical.
Yeah, I just have to do this.
But yeah, that's what happened last time. There was Tiberius was incredibly drunk at one point as well, and we
numb the pain.
Yeah, and we ended it with everybody basically going for a nap, going to sleep for the night. Because everybody knows a good adventurer needs a long night's rest to heal up all their wounds. But not here. But not here we can.
One wound.
I heal up 2 wounds.
Oh, the dizzying heights.
The dizzying heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid recap, Brandon, as always. Well done. Not rehearsed at all. That's completely off the cuff. Yeah, you guys have been put up. You haven't been put up in any of their kind of usable rooms in the brothel, shall we say?
Soiled.
Yeah. You've been put up in like they're like kind of back rooms where some of the girls actually sleep. So like you've been put up in one of those rooms. It's got 2 single beds. So sadly, obviously one of you probably has to sleep on the floor or spoon one of the other people. Unless obviously one of you is paying for the company of one of these fine ladies. Obviously, Sir Steve is not because he's loyal to his woman. Obviously, and Tarbaros, I think, was too drunk to do anything, so I think he probably just passed out where he was.
I think I'm too injured as well. No fingering.
No, at least not with your dominant hand.
Just embarrassing with the other hand. No finesse.
Oh dear. All right. Yeah, you guys rest off. Obviously, Tybros, you probably wake up with a little bit of a hangover, but it's probably nothing that you're not used to.
Just
You
keep
know,
drinking.
yeah, exactly. You just have a little bit of the liquor in the morning, and yeah, you're fine to go. You're just a little bit groggy, is all. Which could probably come down to the wounds as a reason as well. Again, like Andrew, you're probably groggy not from booze, but from the trauma of obviously wounds and everything. And I'm guessing that you're still on low hit points.
No,
No,
I did like I dodged a lot of my shit. I uncanny dodge so many things.
well, either way, you've taken you've lost some blood, and
Yeah.
having your ear sewn back on takes it out of you, of course.
Mm.
So you actually probably wake up, like you probably go to bed quite early evening, so you actually wake up pretty much when the sun rises,
Yeah,
maybe like
because
half
also
4, 5 a.m. sort of thing.
trance is only like 4 hours, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
just like, ah, fuck.
But yeah, it's probably about like
Everyone's-
4.5, like 5, like half 4, 5 a.m. Really early. Sunlight is only just appearing on the horizon. But you guys would wake up, and now is time to plan what the bloody hell you guys are going to do.
Probably
Oh,
should
shit.
have thought of this beforehand, but yeah, because he probably is, yeah, because of Alf Trance was probably been up a bit longer and would have taken the time to don another disguise. So he's looking like Nickum, like the version that everyone met originally. Then has to sort of like explain to it's like, I'm not just a random guy that just like randomly walked in here. I'm the elf. Look.
And if and could you explain what that looks like for the viewers at home, Tom?
No.
Oh, that's fair.
Well done.
Well, I mean, I guess, well, Nickum, I guess, is the one that looks, I guess, the most like me. Just like has the like black hair that goes over the side, and then like
My
go
character
a
just
bit
looks like
more-
me.
Yeah, pretty much. Me with pointy ears. That's it.
Zoom in on
Although with a bit more like scruff than I currently have.
your
My hair, but Omega's beard. That's what it is.
Did he grow that beard overnight, or is he like glued this on?
It's a fake beard.
It's all fake. Yeah, it's all fake. Yeah.
So, Answer, you're the first up, and you probably see Sir Steve and Tybros probably like coming to. You're probably the one that's been sleeping on the floor, so you probably see them like run and get a bit restless as they wake up. But yeah, they are coming to at the moment.
Ooh, I'm coming
I'm doing my best to not just immediately start shouting. As I'm just looking at Cypress, just saying like, It would be funny.
Cypress jumps out of bed with a skip in his step.
Something about
On
this
your
doesn't-
bad leg.
He's still drunk.
Not quite a skip, but
Out of interest, did he fall asleep with the bottle in the bed?
of course he did.
Okay.
I get out of bed and I go downstairs, and I know the place quite well, so I just go in the cupboards and get out some food. Just start eating.
You just raid the pantry.
Yeah, I've been here before. I know the place.
He pulls out some corn crispies.
Do you just get some food and take it back to the room, or do you not even say anything to Sir Steve?
I've just got a pair of sunglasses on. Just do deep breathing.
You get a few like good mornings from the girls as you walk past.
I'm just looking at the floor or something. Morning. 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 I come out the room after like half an hour.
While he's gone, I'm gonna have a conversation with the elf.
Oh, good. One of you's talking to the
No,
other.
no
Good.
one's allowed to talk while I'm in my room.
Too bad. You left. It's odd because, like, if it had been like 4 sessions ago, Sir Steve wouldn't have been talking to the elf.
I'm surprised you are.
He's realized how petty it was to not talk to the elf.
What? He
And-
killed your friend?
He did.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he did. But he also knows that the situation calls for it now, because we're actually in an emergency here. We're being chased by the town guard potentially. There could be spies everywhere.
Being the bigger man.
I don't think that's accurate in this case.
I'm proud.
But he after getting up and like rubbing the sleep out of his eyes, he'll look over and like he would have seen Thingy leaving and been like, and then looking at the elf, still just probably meditating on the floor. Nickum, Damien.
This one would be Nickum, yeah.
I was half hoping that I'd wake up in the on the boat. That everything yesterday had been a bad dream, but can't quite be that lucky.
Fortunately not.
I'm not exactly one for this, Nickum. He kind of like sits on the edge of the bed, like feet planted on the floor. He's like, but I'm. You might know I'm not exactly the sleuth or stealthiest of our group, or spying or deceiving people. I'm out of my element here with how exactly we hide you and especially Tiberius now that they know that he's here. Any suggestions? Also,
Well,
where did he go?
it's. I believe he went downstairs. I don't know what for.
As long as he remembers he can't go outside, we should be all right.
I don't think he's that stupid. Well,
Hmm. I wouldn't put it past him. He did drink a lot last night. And this morning. He just kind of points at the bottle that's in his bed. He's like, he might have even been drinking it in his sleep.
I wouldn't put it past him. He was in quite a state last night. Well, in terms of what we can do, I'm not sure how safe it is to stay here anymore.
The town or broth?
In general, you don't really want to stay in one place for too long anyways if you're on the run.
That makes sense.
It would be wise to... I mean, I'm rather good at disguises, but again, I'm an elf in a town where there's not many elves. He is the son of the Lord. Yeah. My disguises are good, but if even anyone that's interacted with him at any point, it's gonna be pretty obvious who he is.
Or if they remember that he got hit badly in the leg and see a man walking with a limp that looks vaguely like Lord Ray.
Yeah. If anything, during the night, and if he can hopefully sober up, I mean, moving through the streets is a lot easier under the cover of darkness, but more the question of where we would actually go and what the plan is moving forward.
Well, I do have a suggestion. It's not exactly an all sneaky one. There's Harold we could go speak to. Mr. or Sir Tugsworth? The one we met in the fishing.
Hugsworth, yeah.
He might be able to help Tybris lay low. Him and a few others have been hiding out, as far as he's said.
That's true.
I'm afraid to think or say that the cover may have been truly blown here, and if we don't act soon, we won't be able to act at all.
Yeah, but what are we doing exactly? I'm still not sure. Like, yes, we probably should act soon, but what is that act? We know we have people we need to beat. We know that his father is being controlled. We know that the manor is infiltrated. They are important people to both
We
both
know
Tyrants and I in there. We can't just storm the place. Nor do we have the manpower to do so. I'm listing more negatives than positives, aren't I?
not really help.
No.
There is also the Lamb Lodge as well. Protected by, as far as Randall said, monsters and people who don't need to sleep.
Oh, that's fun. Honestly, if I can't stay here, I don't know how Tyros would do. I'm not very good at babysitting, but I mean, I could make do in the woods, possibly. Maybe try get a bit closer to the lodge than Randall did.
Might be worth it. Or He puts a finger up to his head and saying, "You cool." Kind of thinks about it. He's like, if only we knew who exactly was in this cult. You could, might not be the most honorable thing, but you could impersonate them. If we knew they were in the cult, then we'll try and infiltrate the lodge that way. The same way we did back in Clearview. Well, think about it. The way you did back in Clearview. I think the others fell out a window. Kind of shrugs. He's like, I think that's what happened.
I'm trying to remember. Do I still have the
The priests.
yeah, the priest's robes?
Probably not.
Like, I probably wouldn't have it here, but like, would it be on the ship?
If you would have if you were transporting it, you still had pretty much all your belongings from your horses and the cart and everything. So it depends what you packed, but you probably would have packed your disguise kits, your disguises.
Yeah,
So
because I remember I had the yeah, because yeah, I stole that one from one of the priests at the
yeah,
party
He
and stuff.
beat up in the bathroom.
Yeah, and I do have my priestly beard and stuff, but I think that stuff would all be on the ship as well.
yeah. At this point, Tybros, you'd probably return in with some food.
I come sit down. Good morning, chaps. How are we all?
How's a leg? And I'm just gonna flick it as he walks by.
Bastard.
Ah, you've brought us all breakfast, I see, Tybers. It's quite kind of you.
Sure, help yourself. There you go. Put it on the table. I've already eaten.
What did he bring back?
Like, kind of, like, dried meats and cheese.
Dried meats, cheese, and bread.
That'll do.
I'm gonna make a meat sandwich. Meat, cheese, meat. No bread today. He's watching his carbs.
Ah, okay.
No carbs before marbs.
Exactly.
So, what are we planning on doing today in this beautiful part of the world?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do since we're gonna be pretty recognizable. And we
Yeah.
do kind of need to get to safety, but also we do have missions that we need to do here, so we can't just leave, despite how much
No, very much not.
easier that would be.
No, we stay.
I don't suppose either of you have any chalk.
Hey, what?
Chalk.
Chalk?
Yes.
Why do you want chalk?
Might be easier to write down exactly what we're doing.
Why don't we use a quill?
Oh.
What are you, a child?
No, I just expected, well, he points at both of you, to have chalk rather than a quill.
I'm a spy. I do note taking for a living in a coded language. That's sort of what I do.
Well, you have your quill on you.
But yes, I do have chalk. My art kit.
Just talking shit and then being like, oh, but yeah, I do have that. Yeah.
He pulls out the chalk. He's like, I don't actually have a quill, but it's the point.
I do actually have crayons.
Right. Well, if you have the chalk, I mean, you could write on a wall. It's not like chalk is hard to get off.
Oh wait, no, I think my ink and quill is probably back at the ship. Never mind. I don't have my.
Yeah, I probably don't have mine on me. I don't carry my art kit around with me.
Yeah, most of your stuff is probably back either on the ship or in the Golden Carp Inn.
I've got my ring, I've got some nice clothes, and I've got 275 silver pieces.
It's a lot of silver.
Why are you carrying me? You know, it's not important. We have more pressing issues to.
I have some candles.
Yes, let's melt the wax into it. No.
Just prick your finger and draw in blood.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Right, we don't need to draw this all down. It's fine.
Let's hear this grand plan, though, that you're planning anyway.
Well,
Wait a second, just
we've
one
revealed
second. Andrew, I want to thank you for sticking with me last night, friend. I put my hand on your shoulder, and I do rallying word. He and I both gain 1d8 plus 4.
Fuck is this bullshit?
1d8.
Yeah. Wait, do you roll that or do I?
You can roll it.
1d8 plus NL.
4, noble level.
Noble level. Okay.
Oh shit. Oh.
That says
So
healed.
one of you roll it. There we
Ah,
go.
fuck. I shouldn't have rolled.
Can I roll my own?
You both gain 5 HP.
You're a knob. I take it back. I should give it to Stephen.
It's too late now. I have my own ways of healing.
I'm just gonna go for another long rest. Sorry, continue, Stephen. I just needed to thank the man.
Right. Well, the options are simple. We either there's not really. I suppose we have time. It's not like we're in a extreme rush. So if we wanted to go gather more people, we could. But that gives time for them to sink their teeth in on that a little bit more into the town and its people. They could even kill Lord Rain in that time.
No, that's not. We don't want that.
No. We could attack the Lamb Lodge, try and break our way in, see if we can find evidence of what they're doing there. Maybe stop whatever it is, but it seems heavily guarded. As far as Randall said, monstrous creatures and people who don't sleep. I think I've dealt with enough of those for a lifetime. I feel like I'm gonna have to do it.
Fighting's not on the cards for me for a while. I'm done. Just down to his leg. That is bad. It's like now the bruising's come out on it, and
It's gonna swell.
his hand is all bruised as well. Like where it's not just where he lost a finger, but the whole kind of knuckles all gone as well.
Right. Fighting is out of it for you at the very least. But if we don't fight, there's not much we can do unless you want to try and sneak back into the manor again and, you know, knock your father unconscious and then drag him out. But I have a strange feeling.
I don't think we'll get anywhere near him.
No.
Yeah, they're likely watching all of the back passages now.
I was
Or-
having a little think.
As
Well,
one should.
When I was upstairs, the guards are out in force looking for us. They're going costing the peasants, and guards being guards, they're not doing it in the best manner. They are abusing the peasants, slapping them around, demanding answers. Builds quite a resentment, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I think with a little bit of assistance, we could cause a right ruckus. Maybe even build up tension so much that Essential has to come out and quell the masses himself, settle them down.
What you're suggesting is a peasant revolt or rebellion?
Technically, it would be, but being the heir. Well, no, I'm not the heir. Being in line to it would be more of a liberation?
I,
It'd be a liberation?
no, it sounds almost like the beginning of a civil war.
But it's kind of like against ourselves to free us from a tyranny.
Yes, but you'd have to prove the tyranny if, it comes into question with anybody outside the town.
Yeah, that's fine. We just need to. I mean, once we get rid of Sencha, old father should be restored to his mental faculties, and we surrender to him.
I'm not entirely sure that's how the magic works, but maybe.
Oh,
We don't know enough about it.
Well, from what I saw, he was on the edge of joining us, and then that bastard arrived, and he was right back under.
Perhaps we can do something like that.
We spread rumors. Rumors are powerful.
And dangerous.
Exactly.
If there is a peasant revolt here, it could spread outside of this place.
Just be. Yeah, okay. We need to be very careful. But I say we need. Would it be our problem if it spread elsewhere?
Yes. You may be from here, but I'm not. That could affect where I'm from, where my family is. I did not see that happen.
Maybe you sent them a letter saying, "Hey, family, please don't go down on."
Please don't go. Please don't go rebelling. Possibly, it's an option.
I just think we need to draw out the essential somehow, and I have a feeling he's going to be holed up in that castle until I'm caught.
I do have another option, which got shot down by everyone when we first got here, but I don't like lying. And if somebody had asked me any questions that I'd have to lie about, I might have not have been able to do it.
Okay.
So what if I leave and then come back as actually me, with the banner flying and everything? Because I don't think I'll be much use in any other capacity.
Ibrus has a big smile on his face.
Unless you can think of. I
Stephen,
don't like that smile.
you are a genius, my friend. I'm glad to have you with us. I see before me two types of men. One that's willing to do anything, who looks at Anne's River. One who lives a true and honourable path. We can use both of them. I think we can hit him from both sides. I have on my right the rebellious rogue, and on my left the honourable knight trying to bring order to a town up in arms. One will get close, the other will draw him out. And when the time comes, we can take out the essential from both sides. Knight, an honourable sword in the back and a roguish dagger in the throat.
Double team.
Double penetration, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I hate all of you.
It's brilliant,
Ben.
Sir Steve. I'm glad you suggested it. He'll be looking for allies that he can trust, and an honourable knight would be more than welcome.
He nods his head and he's in. I don't like the connotation of attacking the Senshao without just cause, but I see your meaning. The metaphor you're using could work. It's what I was thinking, but there is another person inside that could be of use to us. He looks towards the elf.
Yes?
A certain familiar relation to someone here that, if they were to find out they had family in town, might be able to give us some information that we need.
No, my brother and sister have long gone, my friend.
Not your family.
Talking about my sister.
Oh, is she in town?
She's apparently she's the servant of the seneschal.
Right. Oh, that elven girl. She looked fairly stuck in there.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize her. She's new.
She would be.
And how's she going to help us exactly?
One, I thought she was dead. I don't think she thinks I'm alive.
Guess it would be shocking if she found out you was leading a rebellion.
Not quite. She'd actually think that's pretty on brand for me.
Excellent. Might try and help you.
Well, she might try to talk to me out of it at least, but at least that would be an opportunity to talk to her.
Well, good. I'm glad you have a sister.
Glad you have a sister.
On that note, you hear a ruckus coming from like deeper in, well, probably nearer to the front of the brothel. Fair bit of shouting.
Gods.
I know you could try and listen in closer.
Yes.
Okay, roll,
It's not
roll
good
me,
here.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa there, guys. Whoa.
roll me a perception
My-
check.
Since I'm not moving, steady eye, so that's advantage.
The eye,
Steady eye.
Steady eye.
Alright.
Hold 'em steady, boys.
but I will remind you that your ears are dodgy at the moment.
That's true.
You can just
So
hear the
probably we'll
pulse in
just-
your ear. Oh, I hate that.
I mean, roll for it. It'll probably be just flat roll rather than an advantage, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll just roll it flat. Ah. Well, it's a natural. It's a natural one, but then because of reliable talent.
Oh, you've got reliable
it's a
talent.
10.
Okay, what's the
Yeah.
point in you rolling then?
Uh, well, my passive is higher because of observant. So.
Well, Tyberos, to you, it's kind of like just murmuring, but Antwer, you kind of like turn your head. You're like, initially, you just hear that pulsing in your ear, and you're like, it's really muffled. I can't hear anything. So you turn your head and put your actual good ear to the side, and you hear basically like a shout, like a male voice shouting, "Search the place,
Search.
every room, check who's in those working rooms right now." And then obviously the matriarch, obviously who you met yesterday, and basically like she's like, "You can't go in there. No, you're not going in, Sergeant. If you want your wife to know where you got syphilis from, you will not search those rooms." And it again goes like too quiet for you to hear, but you would then kind of hear the ruckus die down and like a door slam.
She's a legend.
Eventually, one of the workers, one of the whores, pokes their head in. We just had the guards here. There's a big search going on.
Really? Who for?
You three?
We're not here, are we? Sounds like you're doing a pretty good job out there.
Yes, but I have a feeling they'll probably come back. We can only hold them off so long.
Right. I appreciate your help. I give her 15 silver
What?
for you in the house.
Oh, she looks at it in her hands. Like, I'll pass it on to the matriarch, I suppose.
No, I appreciate you, my friends. I take care of my friends as well. So, thank you.
I look
Well-
towards him.
You know that's double what I have. Just
I mean, that's like more than she'll earn in like a couple of months, probably.
I have 7 silver.
But before she goes, she a few of the girls are going out this morning, so we'll know what it's like out there.
Yes, if you could let us know, and we'll get out of your hair.
She just very nervous now. Like she was fine before, and then you gave her 15 silver into her hands, and now she's a bit like, whoa.
It's for her. It's for her and the matriarch, and
Yeah, still, it's probably more money than she's ever had in her hands at one time.
she'll get over it.
She leaves. Obviously, goes to speak to the matriarch.
It's like, you really have like no
Well,
value of money or idea of like.
as far as I'm concerned, they've just saved our life. I'll give them whatever.
No,
Well, yes, but
for once, Sir Steve and the elf are in sync.
I'm not not being funny, but I'm valuing my life at more than 15 silver. I think I got a good deal out of that.
that's not the issue.
What? You,
Regular folk aren't used to that level of gifts.
you think that's a bad thing I just did? We can come back here anytime in the future, and they'll take care of us.
We're not saying it's a bad thing you did.
She's likely going to be rattled for a bit. She probably hasn't seen that much money
Oh, good.
in one place before.
Let her rattle herself away. We'll.
Also, a quick thing, Tiberson. You said you take care of your friends, and I have yet to see any of this money
Yeah,
taken care of.
we don't need it yet. Don't worry. There's more.
Are we not friends, Tibers?
Our friends. What are you going to spend it on?
I don't have money to spend, so.
New weapons? The elf has no money to begin with.
Just, I'll take care of things. Don't worry.
Of all the times to be worrying about finances.
She just covered for our asses. We were about to be slaughtered.
I'm just busy like starting to like pick up my armor. I'm like looking around. I'm just gonna grab a bed sheet, shove my armor in it.
I'm already like
Wrap up.
dressed and shit. I'm just. I woke up earlier, got dressed, and then sat back down and just continued meditating.
So, can we just get something agreed? Because I think we need to get out of here soon. Once we hear back from the street, find out what the situation is. Lazarium and I need to go find somewhere else to lay low. Stephen, you going out on the road to returning as Sir Stephen Oakenwood, hero captain of the Order.
He goes to like correct you. He's like, not captain. He stops. He's like, oh, I forgot I was made captain. You're right.
Exactly. Pay attention to the details.
Yes, I'm not as good at this stuff as you would. Nick him.
Well,
Or Randall, for that matter.
Question.
go ahead, Mr. Czar.
What's sort of stopping all of us from just going out and coming back as squires and soldiers under him.
Okay, I'll just stay here by myself then, shall I? With my gimpy leg and my missing finger, which has been reattached.
It's not missing.
No, found.
Yes.
Stuck it in my pocket for about half an hour.
No,
I'm talking about like Randall, wherever the fuck he is.
Randall's going to be our wild card. We don't need to plan for him. He'll just take care of things. Sure.
Just off to the side doing side missions. Just
He's being a businessman at the moment.
we're gonna go by the marketplace. And he's
gather
gonna be there
50
selling
mushrooms.
He's just there. He's just trying to make a barter for a good deal.
Like he's
Running on the
actually
side quests.
he's keeping up your cover story right now.
He's been locked in negotiations for 2 hours for some potatoes.
Um, it's not a bad idea, Nickham, but some of you don't quite have the appearance of, well, what the Emerald Order would recruit as a squire. I'm sure there are elven, Emerald Order people.
I'm
But
just trying to think, like, more just, might be able to, at least be able to dress him up.
Yeah, Anthony got quite close to us.
Oh,
And-
too soon.
honestly, I don't think the plan would work all that well. And especially with him,
Yes.
like Tiberius.
Limping
Yes.
squire, that'd be
Face-
hilarious.
Face too recognizable. Limping, they know he's wounded from the battle. It's best if he stays out of sight, or pretends
Do we
to be
have our
a
horses?
leper.
A leper.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do have your horses. Yeah.
They're on the boat.
Well, they'll be in the Golden Carp stable at this point.
Yeah, because I took care of the horses when we first got to the Golden Carp Inn.
Good man.
I wasn't allowed to get dinner. I was told to take care of the horses.
So, so Stephen, I really feel that Senshao would be close to his bosom. Whether he tries to corrupt you, but I'm sure you're strong enough of will to resist that. I hope you are.
Just looking at my sheet and my wisdom save on it. I can certainly try.
We'll have you on the inside and River riling people up on the outside. I'll show my face once in a while, let the peasants remember what they're fighting for. Randall, I guess, will just be running round. Hopefully he comes in to save the day at some point.
It might be worth a while holding off on the plan for one more day.
What end?
I would rather ride into town wearing they've already seen my face in Rain Manor, but I'd rather come riding into town in my new armor that's being fitted.
The man who's building it, identify that he's just built this armor?
He's on our side.
Oh, really?
He was an ally of Tugsworth.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Man. Right, so I guess we're playing High into the Noble. Okay.
It shouldn't be too hard. Tugsworth might be able to help. Or hide in plain sight.
How do we get in contact with him again?
Get to the lumber camp. Maybe we head there tonight. We could head down to the lumber camp and hide out there. Doubt the guards will be searching for ourselves. We could use that as a base of operations potentially.
I mean, I'm all for it.
I can't remember if Andrew ever told Tiberius about his assassination.
Don't.
He
I
didn't
don't
tell
think
anyone
so.
apart from Sir Steve.
Yeah, I've only told Sister Steve about it.
So, right. Trust the girls here. That's one ally we can rely on. You have your blacksmith, vouch for. We have Tugsworth, who hopefully has a few more flies in his web. We'll have Stephen on the inside.
All goes well. Yeah.
We
Technically, you got Randall on the inside
around
as well. Remember?
Randall's on the inside. I say we go to the lumber camp, and from there we start building an army.
I'd rather do this without causing innocent people to die, but at this point, the cult is so well dug in, it's impossible to root them out. But some people.
Stephen, I know you don't like lying, but what was that general chap? After Randall's brother.
Oh. I'm surprised you don't remember his name. It's not
Apes.
Knight General Tidor types.
Either he's something to do with the cult. Well, he is in the cult. He tried to kill us.
He might not be in it anymore, based on he did let us get away.
Well, why don't you be one of his men that sickened by his display and decided to do the true path?
See, that would involve lying, which I'm not good at.
Live it. You know the facts. You remember the Emerald Order. It's only a half lie. And I bet the Sensual's ears will prick up the moment he hears anything like that. He'd be desperate to get an ally within the Emerald Order.
I will see.
I would also maybe suggest dropping Lady Alwyn's name. See what happens.
Definitely say that I've met with Lady Elwyn, that I've met with General Tidor, that I was in Clearview without giving exact details, so I wouldn't be lying.
No, exactly.
I'd just be, I guess, inferring something. I could possibly do that. Don't like it. I could do.
In terms of you, Anne's River, potential people that get riled up relatively easy around here. Got street gangs around the low quarter. They're involved in most of the crime. And then Knock and Carter have a workhouse, watermill, textile company along the river. There's a lot of poor people in there that are desperate and will do anything for a bit of coin. Probably not happy with old Knock and or Carter.
Should probably bring this up. I've told Sir Steve about it.
Right.
I had a meeting with some criminal networks here.
Excellent. Good work. Getting on that way.
Kind of. I haven't gone back yet. They gave me a test.
Right.
Quite a common practice. I did it without telling the group. I've told Sir Steve about it.
What did they offer you in return?
Information and to establish connections.
Oh, excellent. We'll use those, perhaps.
I have sort of before, so Steve and I had a conversation about me trying to turn over a new leaf. So what the task wasn't great.
A bit of thievery is fine, isn't it?
I'm not a thief. I'm an assassin.
Oh, okay. Everything's falling into place now. Who decide?
I don't know who he was.
What was his name?
I don't recall.
Where did he live?
I'll say the address.
Ben, do I know this man?
He lived near the bridge. He wouldn't have been like a known person to you, really. Maybe you'd like recognize the family name, but not the exact person.
He was a criminal. Then he was getting out. Apparently, they didn't like that.
Ben, are the family known criminals?
The family name wouldn't necessarily be known criminals. No, like obviously there's some members of it's only a small small place, isn't it? Like so, there might be a member of every single like quite a few families that are criminals, but not all. And there's only probably like a couple of whole families that are known to be dodgy.
Right, okay. Interesting. How this plays out.
I'll also give him the address of the actual location that I went to meet the criminal originally. See if Tybris knows anything about that place.
Recognize it, Ben?
It's the dingy like tavern that's in like the ditch, basically. Like you'd know of the place and you'd know it is a hive of scum and villainy.
Would I know the gangs that run around there, or?
I mean, when you were last here, the gang that like is in charge kind of changes fairly frequently. So, like the guards will take out one of the gangs, and another will just rise up in its place to take its place, or another gang will move in and get rid of the old leaders. So.
I still haven't gone to confirm that I've succeeded yet. Mainly because I haven't been well, soon after it happened, so Steve and I had that conversation, and so I've been questioning about whether to actually return.
Done now. It'd be a waste not to use this opportunity. Let us perhaps wait till night for you return there, establish some sort of intelligence of what's going on gang-wise around here. If there's anything that we can lean on or use.
You two go head off to meet with Lord Tugsworth.
Exactly. If you get a message to Randall on the way back. Instead of him blowing Sir Steve's cover, turns the following day, clad in fancy armor.
I'll try to leave a note, at least with one of our people.
Excellent. Splendid. Right, let's lay low until one of the girls gets back and lets us know what's going on out there.
You want to play some dice games?
I'm going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If it's all the same.
I think I'll take my leave.
Right.
All right, you don't have to hide. That's true.
Probably best for me to leave with Rachel. Where is Rachel? She probably slept in one of the women's rooms.
Probably. If you while you're out, if you hear someone yelling, "Behold the head of a traitor," it's probably him or me.
Like shouting it.
Yeah, they normally shout these things.
Oh, right. I thought you meant you'd shout that, so I'd know it was you who was running.
I don't think I'd be in any position to be shouting.
No, probably not.
Probably
Right.
be Tiberius Sand's head, Sand's body.
I'll keep that in mind. Try not to be beheaded, Tiberius.
No, you try.
He does not repeat the same to the elf. He leaves.
Ah, sass.
Yes.
Hey, he talked to me. That's progress. I'll take it.
So, Sir Steve, you're leaving.
Yeah.
Are you going out the front door?
I'll ask like the people like which way I should leave.
As you go into like the main bit, like you kind of emerge as you just see like someone's being taken upstairs as bit of business.
Business.
The one of the girls who's kind of like on greeting just kind of looks to you. Are you going out there?
My face shouldn't be the one that they're looking for at the moment. I can't stay cooped up in here. There's plans to be done.
Well, they've just to warn you, the guards are on high alert. A couple of the girls just got back, and there's patrols going round, and there's they said there's like a checkpoints at different parts of the town. No one can go across the bridge without being checked, and no one's even coming into the docks without solid checks going on.
Do I hear this from upstairs?
No, this is
Damn it.
this isn't shouting from 2 rooms over at this point.
Damn
This
it.
is a normal level conversation.
Right. I don't suppose you know any way to avoid these checkpoints then.
I mean, depends where you're trying to get to.
Let's say I was trying to get to the Golden Carp.
Unless you have a way in round the back of the place, it's going to be pretty difficult.
I could walk out into the forest and just walk my way round. Oh, I'd just go through the checkpoints. Should be fine.
Good luck.
Yes, to you too. You haven't seen a young girl about yay high, brown hair, goes by Rachel?
She left last evening.
Oh,
She didn't stay here.
Well, that's good to know at least.
Yes, I believe where you were very tired from your escapades, I think she was a bit fresher and she left.
Well, thank you. If you can, send some soap and some water up to the room we're staying in. I'm sure they could do it a little bit of a cleanup. You know, some of the blood and.
I'll have one of the girls run a bath.
Thank you. Don't tell them I suggested it.
Okay.
One of them will insinuate I'm saying something about them, and I'd rather not deal with that.
Okay. I'll She like calls to one of the girls to go start heating up some water for a bath.
I'm going to pull out 20. No, I'm not. I will tip her 2 copper pieces.
She thanks you.
And then I'll leave.
Okay.
Finally got rid of those 2 copper pieces. They've been in there for so long.
You come out just as a like a guard patrol's like going round the ditch, and it looks like it's weird. It's where previously like the guard patrols were mostly kind of like the lower ranked guys, just stand guards, maybe 2 or 3 of them going around together. They were kind of relaxed, looking round, but never like on edge. But now there's 4 with a sergeant, and like even these like the fresher kind of green sort of guards, they look very much like on edge, and they roll me an insight check.
It's not a history check, no.
No,
All right.
you're not recalling the history of this hamlet.
Oh, that's
They don't just look like they're on edge in terms of like looking round everyone. They are also looking like they're on edge with their own sergeant. Like they keep glancing to their own sergeant, like wary of them.
Ooh. Okay.
Which, having been a part of like squads and stuff yourself, and having good leaders and bad leaders, it's a sign, like, you know, it's a sign of a more tyrannical than a good leader.
Okay.
As you're kind of going down, there is a checkpoint that is just by basically like this crossroads here. So just by this fish, like, so you see one. There's one basically like in the market square, which obviously you can bypass because that goes obviously further that way. But there is one that kind of stops you just before you get to the Golden Carp. Goes. One of the guards kind of say, "All right, what's your name?"
What? Steve.
What have you been doing?
No. Walking about. Not much. Much at all, really. I was, he kind of like leans in towards him. I was up at, the brothel up the road. Don't want to advertise it.
Okay, you're not from here, are you, sir?
No. I came in with a trading group a couple of days ago. 4 days, 3 days.
He checks the books. From Whitewater, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
What's
I'll note that down. Just to let you know, sir, we are noting people's comings and goings at the moment. There's been a bit of disturbance, and the town is on high alert, sir. Your safety is paramount, though. Just to let you know what's going on and why this is happening. And then you hear one of the like the sergeant kind of leans from, like, there's like a little cart that they've got like near them. Stanley, stop talking. Check them and pass them through, or stop them. Stop this jibber jabber. He goes, sorry, you're all clear. Just with that weapon, just make sure it's all good. I've marked it down that you're armed here. Just don't flaunt it. And he just waves you through.
Okay. So wanted to backtalk that sergeant, but I'll continue through. Now's not the time to get in trouble with the law.
Or get the law in trouble with their betters.
That's true. I was saying, I'd probably knock out a sergeant.
But then you'll definitely be wanted.
I'd probably drag him from here to the river and destroy him.
All right, so you return back, and I'm guessing you properly fill in our good friend Randall and J-Ron, and obviously Jimmy and Rachel were already informed of what was going on. Obviously, that informing of Randall will happen in the back because he's not here.
Yeah.
Okay, Toll, OJ, what are you guys doing?
Just laying low until the prozzies tell us what's going on out there.
Okay, yeah, one of the girls would come in and pass on the information that not long after Sir Steve left, actually, would tell you what's happening with the checkpoints and the patrols. Making regular patrols. There's like 3 or 4 checkpoints. The ladies would think in the town at various different points. So,
And when once they go away, Tybris will lean into Answer. Now, this is good for your rebellion, which you'll be leading, because this will piss the people off. Once you control movement, they feel oppressed, and they get angry at that, and that's when tempers sometimes cause riots. Now we've got to do a few more things. We can really stoke the flames.
Yeah, if we can.
Yes, I hear what you're trying to think of. Food. Stop the food. So we're going to destroy some grain stores.
Well, that seems harsh. I was just trying to think of more ways to build more conflict between just people and the guards.
That's a good. Yes, we could dress up as guards and burn some houses, or we could destroy grain stores.
Why you? I thought I was the. Never mind.
No, we need to.
How am I the criminal?
Look,
this is taking a turn.
look, we want to do this as peaceful as possible. So, Anne's River, I'll wait here because I can't really leave at the moment. But you go have a little mosey round the bars. You can kind of get an understanding of what people are saying out there. Maybe even make a few suggestions yourself. Maybe tell a few lies. You tell them that your house has been raided and they trashed the place. Maybe they even took your wife in for questioning inside the keep. When people get worried about kidnappings, that'll really raise tensions. And
Kidnappings are actually a good. Uh, I wasn't entirely following, I'll be honest, but I do see maybe just stating, just spreading a few rumors here and there. Just,
But
man, just a merchant came over and wife got taken away for questioning. Haven't seen her in maybe
who's
half a day.
exactly? And the thing is, beautiful thing about this rumor. Sorry, I've been drinking a little bit. I got a bit bored during the day. Beautiful thing about this is I'm fairly sure there have been kidnappings these last few weeks, so there might be a few people out there that will go, yeah, my brother was taken a week ago. And you can build and build. Suddenly, people start going, what if my wife gets taken? I'm not letting Janice go. I'm going to go kick that fucking guard's ass at the checkpoint.
And then there'll also be the people that are like, I hope they take my husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Janice is hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what we're doing here? And
That is a little dark, but I do sort of see the logic in it.
so yeah, you head out, meet that little gang of yours, see what they're saying. I'm sure that's probably hindering their business.
Unless they're involved. God, I hope not.
Well, get a feel for them. Test the waters.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a direct bloodbath with all of them.
I kind of want to get enough people that the guards get. Because I know guards, they'll break quickly. If there's a massive mob, they'll. Like, the footmen will turn. They'll see their family standing among them. They'll turn, and there's only this kind of the elite, well, not the elite, to the veterans you've got to be careful of. It's all about having a big force in front of them. So, the bigger you can get, the more peaceful it'll be. Guarantee it. Read it in Hugo's Guide to Revolutions, Volume 4.
Why has Tybros been reading that?
If you're going to repress people as a lord, you've got to know how to defeat rebellions.
Know how to quell it.
Yeah.
Fair. Know thy enemy.
Yeah.
Know thy enemy.
Smell him from afar.
All right. I mean, with that, is there anything anyone wants to do like before next session, sort of thing?
I think I'm good.
So you're heading to the tavern.
When nightfall comes, then I think.
Okay.
So I think we're just chilling and during the day, and if there's there's more guard patrols that do arise, then I guess I'm killing some people. No, well, no. And yeah,
You want to kill some
but
people?
no, not yet.
I will head a letter quickly to, or 2 letters. One to address to my brother, and one addressed to my sister, explaining the situation. The thing I know where the sister is in the capital, so I can get it directly to her. But my brother, I'll just address it to him, and I'll tell it to be delivered, like far northern outpost of like the Emerald Order or something. Because I'm sure I probably visited there when I was trying to track him down.
Yeah, like you know that he's somewhere in the north, so it's a hit or miss whether it's going to get to him.
But I'll send that, and I'll give it to one of the prostitutes that I believe are probably all quite liking at the moment.
I mean, yeah, you guys, you were both quite well liked. I don't know whether either of you are happily partaking, but yeah, I mean, currently, you it's kind of offered free of charge. Well, not free of charge because you've paid 15 silver, technically, not for their services, but you've paid the business 15 silver. So,
yeah,
it's on the house for a little bit, shall we say?
I can't partake. I'm just knackered, to be honest.
I'm just hanging out with them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna partake.
I would.
I might teach them some like knife tricks, just in case shit goes down here in the brothel.
I would,
That's
but
defend themselves.
I reckon that they can handle themselves, mate.
But I mean, even if you don't participate fully, both of you are given a lovely sponge bath by the girls.
Thank you. Very tender.
You're well looked after, both of you. You are both well washed, and the dried blood is finally cleaned off you.
Yeah, that's it. I'll get them letters sent, and I'll just lay low.
Yeah. Awesome.
Can I check on how the armor is going?
Yeah, it's got about another day at least of work.
So it should be ready tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
Which is the same day as the full moon.
Oh no.
Oh
I
fuck.
forgot to mention that to people. Yeah.
Got all about that.
It's not like they can do anything over there.
No,
Yeah,
that might help.
that's a you side mission.
Oh, this could go bad for us. You need to handle that.
I'm 100% going to forget about it next session.
Oh,
And Jimmy's just gonna be panicking and then just turn. Jimmy can handle it
no,
himself.
this is
Jimmy
bad. Hugo's Guide to Revolutions Volume 5 states they're going to use anything to justify their crackdown on the peasants. And if there's a werewolf running around, I would flip that and be like, yeah, we knew there was a werewolf coming, that's why we put the checkpoints in to protect you from it. And then the people will go, alright, fair enough.
All right.
I mean,
That makes sense.
the only thing we could do is send Jimmy out in deep into the woods.
Well, that's your problem. Don't let me down.
I'll let Jimmy figure it out.
No, don't let Jimmy figure it out. Jimmy can't figure it out. You deal with it. Right.
Jimmy's a full-grown man.
Yeah, we also promised him that it would help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Help that man.
I'll send him up to the brothel so you guys.
Yeah.
can deal with
He
it.
could deal with it in his own village where he knew the place and he had a place where he could go chain himself up.
He's just in the middle of a port at the moment. Oh, he's on a boat.
In a populated area.
Oh yeah, and if you could send over my little entourage, that'd be great.
That's not
No.
going to look suspicious at all.
Oh, they're gonna be. One of them will be recognized in this town.
Oh yeah, Aaron would definitely, and so would the lawyer.
The only one that wouldn't is the elf.
Yeah, send the elf over.
Yeah, but see, they might pick him up because he's an elf.
You just don't want to be, the limelight of being an elf.
I mean, like, if he's gonna take the fall for me, I don't mind.
Right.
As being the elf.
I
I mean,
think-
being